Welcome, and for you today we have creamy mustard chicken sandwiches. First thing we got to do is we have to make a marinade for the chicken. So what you want to do is in a bowl add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. All right, so next you want to add 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And then 1/4 cup of olive oil. Don't bother using the extra virgin stuff. Just any old olive oil will do. If for whatever reason you don't like olive oil, veggie oil's fine. And then you want to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, so now we want to add the mustards. We want 2 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. Basically the coarse ground Dijon mustard you find in any supermarket will have it. I suppose you could use the fine ground stuff, but I just prefer the coarse ground. And then you want a tablespoon of yellow mustard, which is being a real son of a bitch about getting out of the goddamn bottle. About a tablespoon of that. And then you want to obviously add some salt and pepper to this son of a bitch. And again, I just eyeballing the old pepper here. Now you can adjust this marinade to taste if you want. Just, a little trial and error. And then you want to add 3 garlic cloves that are minced. And you just want to stir this sumbitch right up. Basically just whisk it until everything's incorporated. Okay, what you're seeing in the bag here is I have 2 chicken breasts. It does look like 4, but I cut the breasts in half lengthwise. Basically, you want them about half their size. I didn't pound them out. I gave thought to it, but they were fairly even, believe it or not. They were kind of those short, fat chicken breasts you get at the meat counter. And then you just want to pour the marinade in, and then, seal up the bag, get the air out, roll the chicken around in it, make sure it gets coated, and then you want to refrigerate it. And basically how you get the air out is stand it up on its side and kind of roll it. And it gets pretty much most of it out. Just kind of roll it around. You want to marinate this for 4 hours at least, or once again, preferably overnight. Okay, so while the chicken's marinating, we need to make the creamy mustard sauce for the sandwich. I already have in the bowl 1/2 cup of mayo. And you want 1 teaspoon of the yellow mustard that everyone knows and loves. You want a teaspoon of that coarse ground mustard that we were talking about. 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. The W sauce that no one can friggin' pronounce. 2 teaspoons of sugar. Salt and pepper to taste. And then just stir this around and pop a lid on it and put it in the fridge. Ideally, you want to make this about 2 hours before you're going to make the chicken. But again, you can do it 4 hours before. This one I don't know if I'd go to overnight, but so, yeah. All right, on to the next step. Okay, this is kind of a mini episode within this because this was kind of too small for to stand on its own. But these are Trailblazer French Fries, and I made this with the chicken sandwich we're making. Here is the mix. This is for a 32-ounce bag of fries. 2.5 tablespoons of lemon pepper. 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. A tablespoon of garlic powder, salt and pepper to taste. 2 pinches of chili powder. I think I just did a full teaspoon, but I love chili powder. And basically you just mix it up in this little bowl. Keeps for a while if you keep it in an airtight container. And yeah, when the, well, I'll show you what'll happen when the fries are done in the fryer. And fries belong in a deep fryer, not the goddamn oven. So yeah, just give this a good mix around, make sure it's all mixed up, and yeah. Okay, on a griddle that's set to medium heat, you want to start cooking up your chicken breasts. And basically you want to cook these till, of course, 165. When they are done cooking, I would recommend putting them on a plate, covering that with a little bit of tin foil, and then letting them rest for at least a couple minutes before we make the sandwich. And it was actually 6. I actually cut 3 chicken breasts in half, so. But they were small enough to where the marinade worked out. All right. All right, after about a minute or two, give these things a flip. Some people subscribe to flip only once. With chicken, I like to flip multiple times. But you do you. All right, we'll be back for assembly. All right, as you can see here, the French fries are done. And basically you want to take that spice mix and dabble whatever amount you like. If you want it a little not so spicy, dabble a little less, and then just give them a toss. And that's it. Trailblazer French fries. Done. Okie dokie. Now you got a nice toasted sub roll here for you. And add a piece of chicken. And make sure to fight with it because the sub roll is wanting to be a complete bastard. Add a couple of Roma tomatoes on top of that. Make sure you salt and pepper the tomatoes. That's actually kind of an important step that people miss. It really improves the flavor of the tomato. Now it's time to get that creamy mustard sauce that we made up that's been hanging out in the fridge. And then some cheese. And that's it. Creamy mustard chicken sandwich. Done.